Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, we're 100% live on YouTube Live, as we are each and every week. Of course, Jeff Perini is joining me. He's co-hosting here tonight. And of course, Ashley Pontius, she's coming in right now as my other guest co-host. And then Sedona Rain is here with us as well. Sedona, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
And of course, there's Ashley right there. What's up, Ashley? How are you?
Oh my God, I've been drunk since Tuesday.
And everybody looks pretty festive tonight. I think each one of us have green on in some fashion. Of course, up in his shirt, Sedonia's wearing, Ashley's wearing green, and I'm wearing green. Of course, this is our old our podcast neon Christmas shirt. Go out and get it from our website. And Sedonia, like, how's everything been going with you? Of course, you've got a lot going on. I saw one of your scenes earlier, and it was one of your perv nana scenes. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, it always blows me away in this industry on how people, once they hit the age of 30, they're considered a MILF, or they do like perv. And I'm just kind of like, I'm watching and I'm like, I like, it's making my brain hurt thinking there's no way this person is a grandmother in this film. Like,
I'm not a grandma. I'm actually a mom. So it was kind of funny getting that scene. So I was kind of like, Nana, you know.
Well, Sedona, if it makes you feel any better, I'm what's called a NILF, which is nobody I'd like to fuck.
Oh, no.
I disagree, Ashley.
I know, Jeff. I've gotten your DMs.
That's my actual size too. Thank you.
One thing that Ashley falls victim to with this show that a lot of ladies, and of course Sedonia, probably she gets this just naturally all the time, but normally women will come on to guest co-hosts or just hang out who normally don't get people for OnlyFans requests or anything like that, or they'll get certain followers. Like some of our weird followers will then start following them, or some people that are connected to us will follow it, and then you will start getting messages or whatever, like, hi, hello, I saw you on Ray's show or whatever, and all that. And it's just like, hello, hi, how are you?
Yeah, I did get one that still haunts me to this day. Don't be afraid, Sedona. But I did have a guy be like, hey, you remind me of my dead mom. Like, you want to go out? And I was like, this makes me sad.
Was that from this show?
Yes.
Was it me? Oh, wait.
No, Jeff, your mom is still alive, and I will still fuck her.
That's my wife. That's not my mom. My wife.
Oh, don't tell her I said that.
Ashley and my wife got a thing.
Yeah, I did.
I think the one that I got was I reminded somebody of their doctor, and so I was like, okay,
that's kind of hot.
All right, you want to do an exam? What kind of
doctor?
Rectal exams? Or...
Yeah. You remind me of my rectal. Yeah.
Was he like, oh no, you've fallen into this needle step, doctor? Let me help you.
Let's perform surgery.
Yeah. What I need you to do is I need you to take my temperature, but just open up your mouth, put out your tongue, and then they just pull down their pants and they get on all fours. And like, actually, it's weird because I'm gonna pull the curtain back a little bit. There was not too long ago, my wife, she was talking to her brother, and he was telling a story on how he was taking his temperature. And he somehow mentioned that he was taking it anally. And I was kind of like, why are you taking your temperature anal?
This is the most accurate, right?
I know, yeah. But
it's so accurate that way,
Then I was thinking to myself, like, is he taking it anally and then like putting it back in the medicine cabinet and then like
Doesn't clean it?
She's like, I'm not feeling good today. And then she just pops the thermometer in her mouth. Or he has a gas. They're like, I don't feel good. And it's just like, oh, I got a thermometer if you want to use that or whatever. Like,
Well, you know what I do when my asshole gets too hot? I just blow on it.
I want to see that.
I actually had these friends of mine. They went to Jamaica, and so they got their stuff stolen, and the only thing that was left behind was 2 toothbrushes, their toothbrushes, and the camera. And so when they developed the camera, when they got home,
oh no,
they noticed what happened with the toothbrushes.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Somebody hated them,
So,
right?
Always
Quite a
tip in
surprise.
Jamaica. Oh my God.
They're like, there's too many white people coming down here and taking all of our drugs. Sandals Resort.
I scratch my nuts with their toothbrush.
Now, I can't confirm or deny on whether or not there was one time we were at a party and we were being so rowdy, we were asked to leave said party. We were like, all right, we'll leave. And then before we left, we're cutting through the kitchen and my friend stops and he's like, wait a minute. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he opens up the fridge. He pulls out the guy's birthday cake, drops his ass on the birthday cake, slides it back in, but like just enough to where like you don't see an imprint, slides it back in. And then he had like this tray of condiments, like, like the little cup condiments or whatever.
Yeah.
So he pulled them out and he's looking around. He's like, Ray, let me know if anybody comes. I'm like, what are you doing? He starts hacking loogies into the and spinning them around, and he puts them back in the fridge. And he looks at me, he's like, all right, now we can go. They'll regret ever throwing us out of this party. And I was
God.
I was like, dude, the bride didn't even know.
Pretty sure you did
Terrible.
label this as the raunchiest podcast. That's raunchy.
Ray, if I didn't know you were from Baltimore, that story would have done it.
Well, not really Baltimore, but more so Dundalk. If you know Dundalk.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm a Dundalk. So, yeah.
I feel sad now.
That story checks out. But I said I can't confirm or deny. So, that there was a lot of that on the show and confirming and denying. And speaking of which, Sedona, for being online, of course, you had a guy talk to you about your doctor. So on OnlyFans or anything like that, what are some of like most oddball requests you've gotten?
Oh my. I still have yet to get the weirdest of weirdest. I mean, dancing for 15 years, I've got the weirdest request from that.
What requests did you get from dancing?
I've gotten a request to basically a guy wanted my piss in a shot glass. So I was like, okay. I'm like, if you're a cop and you're going to test me or what, I don't know what it was. There was a lot of things going through my head. And so I just, gave it to him. And then as he's leaving, he waves and he takes the shot of my piss. And I'm like, whoo!
And I'm not sure if Ashley was here tonight. I told this story or not, but this is new to Jeff. And if anybody that watched the show has heard this story before, I apologize, but it's new to people here. So there was a time we went out and I seen this happen. And the same friend from the party incident, we were at a club called Orpheus down in Baltimore. And we're down there, and it's one of those clubs, like it's really crazy. People with gas masks, like, all kinds of shit. So his girlfriend at the time, we were all sitting there laughing, and we developed this plot to mess with him. And we never thought it would actually happen, of where she would be like, hey, those test tube shots. So she had one of those test tube shots and she pissed in it. And the whole story was, if you love me as much as you say you do, you'll drink this shot. And so we never thought in 100 million years.
My wife's not.
We're just sitting there laughing in the corner. Ha 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 ha. Next thing, and he's sitting there and he's holding this warm test tube shot of piss. And then we just look over and we just see him. We're like, ah! Like everybody's like, oh, she's like, ah! And then he just slams it down. He's like, what? What are you gonna do now? And we're just kind of like, bro, we're just joking. Like, you didn't have to really do that. So
nature's Listerine.
Yeah, and of course, we're here live on YouTube Live. We have a couple of comments in the live stream. I always try to look back at that every so often. Of course, shout out to Jason Rushman, who was knighted our number one fan at Exotica, Janine Jericho, and Justice Jordan beat the shit out of him with whips and rode him around. Affiliated him for his happy hour podcast initiation as our number one fan at Exotica. I'm sure he was going to ask. I'm sure he's very thrilled right now that you told the story of you pissing in the shot glass and the guy drinking it, because he always asks about peeing. So
he did on my show the other night too. He asked about piss.
Yeah, I know he's going to ask about that. So really, that's kind of like, me asking, hey, have you ever done anything with pee? That's kind of like your story right there, because I know he's going to ask, and I know it's coming. And of course, who else was there? Was somebody in the stream? Let me look at it real quick. Of course,
stream
Walter,
is an interesting word right now, but okay.
Stream.
From Brazil. So
who's in the stream?
From Brazil. So
Brazil.
Brazil.
Nationwide.
A lot of people from Brazil live. And of course, with the weird requests, of course, this year, 2023 is about to close. So, everybody really has been kind of talking about it, and we're going to talk about it a little bit too. And that is the clips for sale and the Pornhub end of 2023 search results, like the most searched things on both of those platforms for the year 2023. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the one for clips for sale. So clips for sale, of course, last year, heading into 2023, 2022's was pegging. So pegging was, they deemed that as 2023's fetish of the year because so many people in 2022.
Amen.
This year,
begging for a pegging.
That year's over.
One is called macrophilia, which is giantess fetish. Have you had any of that yourself, Sedonia? Have you had anybody ask you to act like that you're a giant and belittle them as like a tiny little like person?
Yeah, I've had like, there's some, I think the weirdest requests that you get on OnlyFans is stuff like they want you to do like a scenario, but it's like, how am I supposed to create that? It's like their imagination is like totally off the wall. It's like, yeah. I only got so much I can do with my, and so the whole gigantus is a new, it's really a big thing I've seen lately.
Yeah. We've had a couple of people. I forgot who it was, but somebody was on here and they said if someone requested them to get fully naked and act like they were Godzilla destroying the city, and I was just kind of like, that's kind of.
Tommy Simbazo probably requested that. Shout out, Tommy. If you're 7 feet or you have 7 feet, he'll be into you. Feet and footage. He loves it.
I gotta say, if you want a giant video, just use my penis. That'll make you feel like you're an absolute monster.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh my gosh.
It's the thing that they say that you take like your camera or whatever and you do different angles. I guess you put it down to where it makes it look like that you're like 50 feet tall. But at that point, like, does someone go, yeah, that's it. That's right. Do it. Now stomp me to death. It's like, so at that point, like, do you need a budget to buy a new phone or a new camera because you're just stomping this person to death invisibly? Like, yeah, it's got to be. And I mean, granted, I've done some weird things in pro wrestling to where I'm just kind of like, is this going to relay well to the crowd? And then, like, you sit there, you get a request like that, you're just like, how do I start with it? Like, I don't even know how to be a giant.
That's literally some of the requests are just like, oh, how do I do that? I mean, they want you to do like a whole movie situation from beginning to end, and you're like, huh.
Let me get $100,000 in investors and we'll shoot your little scene here.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, yeah, let's get some investors in on this and we can make that happen,
It's kind of crazy that they called it OnlyFans and not just I have undiagnosed autism. You know what I mean? Just all these guys are like, I don't know why I can't get a girlfriend. Can I pay you $30 every day to pretend to be my favorite action figure?
And get a 90-foot building and this giant mattress in the shape of my dick.
Hey, you know what? My dad didn't hug me. Can you pretend to be my dad? I'll throw you a few extra. Well, because when I was a sex worker, it was always crazy to me that like I personally, Sedona, I never got like overly weird or like bizarre requests other than my very last client before I stopped doing that for work. He did pay me extra to hold him while he cried. And I was like, is it me? Am I the drama? And I was like, this makes me so sad. No, don't pay me with credit card, honey. Use Venmo.
What's he crying for?
I don't know, dude. Like, it's just sad life, I guess, man. And I was the only big bitch in his life that could soothe it out of him.
Well, you know what I've been finding a lot that I get is a lot of humiliation. And it's just, it's like, you want me to come out straight out and just tell you you're tiny, just like chew them out. And I'm like, ugh, he's exploring a new side of me, because it's like, I'm really a nice person. So it's like,
yeah, you give off nice lady vibes. You give off nice, nurturing, kind, sexy, smart, supportive. So if you have anybody that wants to be treated like a loser, you send them my way. I can do that real easy. I'm like, oh my God, you didn't get that promotion, Todd? Fucking moron.
So, there's also dollification. That's another one too. Dollification. And I think that's when you act like you're a doll of some kind. So here, let's see, it's highlighted. So let me click on that, because that's
please click on that.
Dollification. So come on, Barbie, let's go party inside the world of dollification kinksters. So
does that fit into the people that buy those dolls? Those are really expensive live doll, like
that would make sense.
We had on this show. There was a guy who married one of those dolls, and then he got divorced from her also. And it was like
God.
Yeah, and he married like another doll, and I was just kind of like, this, like, and he wasn't in America, but it was like the most American thing I've ever heard in my life, and I was like, this is absolutely insane. And then another one behind those was vorophilia, or just called vor, and that is the desire of being consumed. So I guess what it is they put in the request of you acting like you're eating them. So
is that cannibalism?
Yes.
I think
yes.
So
or it's a really good blowjob. Not sure. It's one of those.
Yeah. What I want you to do is
eat my sausage.
I was gonna say, I don't know about Sedona, but when I've used teeth, guys tend to not be very happy.
I know, they're not happy.
Teeth doesn't bother. You can't chomp. You can nibble. Don't chomp.
Yeah, I wonder if it's the kind of thing where, like, I want you to eat every part of me but my penis. Like you said, I want you to chew my throat out, but I also want you, like that's the whole like I want to be eaten like I'm being torn apart like a walker in The Walking Dead.
Zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Therapist Ashley coming out. They have a desire to be consumed. Lonely childhood. Parent that didn't pay attention to them. That, or they had a weird thing with the dog when they saw the red rocket for the first time, and it became like this weird, like, am I into dogs? I don't know. It could go either way.
The lipstick thing. It's some weird.
Now they're putting in requests of, can you put the lipstick thing on? But also your dog. I want to see your dog for a little while. And it's just like, wait, what? What do you? What?
I have to say that is probably the scariest thing on the internet for me. If I'm not careful when I'm browsing. And I'm like, oh, what's that? And then I'm like, oh, it's bestiality. And then I have to try to block it out of my brain. And they just don't waffle. They just don't make bleach strong enough for some of the things I've seen.
There's certain times whenever you're like, can I unsee that? Or pull my eyeballs out of my head right now.
Yeah.
Roll them down the street and then get a little gravel in them and pop them back in. Yeah.
Do you have a routine like I did? Where I have times where I'd look in the mirror and I'd be like, you're still a person despite the insane thing you just had to do today. Like, I still love you, even though that is going to live in here. Like,
it's going to live in here for a while. Yeah. It's going to stay in here and marinate and
Yeah, I love that you use the word marinate, because it is like a chicken breast that's just sitting in the fridge for 5 hours. And I'm like, God, I hope this turns out okay.
Yeah.
No, I had to categorize this into my head, so I'm not thinking about it all the time. So
that's a good call. But now I've been focusing a little on the negative. What are some of the positives of the job? What do you love, girl? Tell me.
Yeah. The positives of the job is to be able to, like, with me, I like to I've always been that kind of person, especially during Halloween, is just to create something, be something. I love doing that. Exploring that side of me. It's just an adventure. Every day is an adventure, especially like going on sets and stuff. I love that kind of stuff, and the acting, just different things. It's just there's a positive side to it. And then whenever I get the negative, I'm like always thinking of positive. Like,
well, you feel like you get to be creative, you get to meet a lot of interesting people. I hope, obviously, like hopefully maybe even some lifelong friends, maybe a few lovers here and there.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, it's the wonderful fans that you meet along the way that keep me going. Every now and then you run into somebody and you're like, where did you come from? I'm like,
and how do we send you back?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, how do I categorize this now? Let me go on, move on. But there's just so many great people that you meet along the way, which is awesome. And it's just kind of changed the way that I view the world now. I used to be in a little box. Now I'm outside that box. And so I'm more creative, and it brings out just a deeper part of me.
Okay. I love how she said that her box went from small to big. Deeper part.
New film, Sedonia's box, out now.
My box had to go from small to big, with all that, bigness going on.
So, Sedonia, I'm going to get into the Pornhub most viewed, and they did it by state. So where are you at right now? Like, what state?
I'm in Washington.
Okay, so you're in Washington. So let's see. What was Washington's most sensual sex? Sensual sex is Washington. So that's pretty laid back. Okay. So Jeff and Ashley, you guys are in Philadelphia. So Philadelphia is big boobies. Big boobies.
Yeah.
Oh, that adds up. That tracks, my dude. That fucking tracks. If you've seen my Instagram story today, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. I've never been more excited about being labeled anything for being Philadelphia than that.
Maryland is Glory Hole. Glory Hole is right here where I am in Maryland, which kind of checks out because
congratulations.
My costume was the Glory Hole costume.
You know what?
Glory Hole.
Yeah.
That's interesting because I was just at a sex club 2 weeks ago, unexpectedly, and here in PA, and there was a Glory Hole. And I was like, that's interesting. So I sat there eating chicken fingers while I watched that happen.
Yeah. Are you sure it was chicken fingers that you were eating? You weren't drunk, you were just
no, 100%. There was a cafeteria and they were like, hey, guess what?
Where is this place? Give me the address.
Ashley was practicing bore as these dicks were coming through the Glory Hole. And
I did get hit with a cattle prod.
You got hit with what?
Cattle prod.
Oh.
But you know what the best part is though? There was a very thin, lovely girl who was getting it first, and she's like, "Oh, it hurts so bad." And then they hit me, and I was like, "Don't feel it." I was like, "Burn it up to bovine." Don't feel nothing. Yeah, it was a weird night. You don't need to go to Exotica. I mean, shout out to Exotica. Very fun, very cool. But you don't even need to go. Just go find this farm here in PA. So Glory Hole, that surprises me because now that I know there's for sure one in Pennsylvania.
Connecticut is double vaginal. Connecticut is looking up double vaginal.
Double?
Am I dumb? What's double vag?
No, you're not dumb.
Wyoming is goth. Utah is Mormon. Mormon porn for Utah. That makes sense.
Mormon. That makes sense.
Yeah. But why would you want to? Here's my thought though. Why would you want to watch Mormon porn in? You know what I mean? When you want to, I would think you'd want to get outside of your comfort zone a little.
Maybe you want to stay in their box.
And you can stay in a box as long as you don't.
They're staying in a small box.
It's called soaking.
And what's funny too is North Dakota and South Dakota kind of have the same one, but they're different. Which North Dakota is loud, wet sex, and South Dakota is shower sex, which is kind of almost the same thing.
Loud, wet sex.
Okay.
Which is so it's almost on the same spectrum. So Sedonia, what we're gonna do, we've been doing a segment all this month. And we did and Jeff knows what's coming. We did it in October. In October, we did a Smash or Dash, the Halloween edition. So for December, we're doing the 12 Smash or Dashes of Christmas. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show, and Ashley, you can take part in this as well. So what I'm going to do, you did it, I believe, our Halloween one as well. I'm going to show 12 renowned Christmas characters. And you're going to tell me whether or not you're going to smash or whether or not you're going to dash. So let me go ahead and get this ready, and we'll go ahead and go right into this, which is our 12 smasher dashes of Christmas, all for the month of December with every guest that we have on. So let's go ahead and get this rocking and rolling. And what do you think? What about Jack Skellington? Jack Skellington, smash or dash for Jack Skellington?
I'd say smash.
Yeah.
I was looking.
Smash? Okay.
Jack.
Yeah, I would absolutely smash because I like my men the way I like my coffee. Pale, sweet, and not that strong.
I'm not going to say he's not strong, but I mean, he has such little limbs that, I feel like his mouth is bigger than his arm in this.
Oh,
film.
hell yeah.
That's what men look for in a woman.
Vice versa. Actually, I do like his girlfriend because all of her body parts come apart.
Yeah, I mean,
They all
she's
come
right there
apart.
looking confused in the background. Like, Jack, what are you doing? You're getting ready to smash these people. And
Hopefully he's getting blown.
Actually, you know what? I have no standards. I would fuck Oogie Boogie.
Oogie Boogie.
Oogie Boogie. Like, I would just be,
Yeah,
I would
that's
just be
whack.
like,
Oh no, Ashley, that's not true because you said Dash the Tar Man during the Halloween edition, which
oh, that's
Tar
right.
Man- yeah, poor Tar Man got no love during the Halloween edition. So
That's sticky.
Give
all right,
Tarman
so
a
the next
pity
one is Krampus, but old school. I'm gonna steal. Well, Krampus does steal children, but this is like the old school. I look almost completely like a goat Krampus with a tongue that can probably lick your ass for days. So
Wow, it could. And that's don't try to sell it, right?
with his whip and
He's
his
trying to sell it because I'm gonna dash.
Oh, I am smashing my dudes. Like that tongue. Okay, I'm a Satanist. He's got the vibe going on. Also, he spanks you with whips and chains.
Oh,
What a bad girl, Krampus.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Not to mention, like, don't pay any mind to the children screaming in horror in that bag while all this is happening. Like,
Yeah, exactly. That's the
Ignore
part.
that.
I'm like, all right.
yeah. Don't worry about those screams of horror in the background. It's all right. We're just gonna get it on.
It'll be very fun when Santa shows up and he's super sad and he's like, "Why did you ask for Plan B for Christmas?" And I'm like, "Don't ask me and Krampus what we've been up to. Give me that."
The next one is the Grinch, but Jim Carrey's version of the Grinch.
I would have to say smash. I think he's adorable.
Yeah.
You gotta love the Grinch.
I
I
think
smash. His face reminds me of my cat.
You wanna smash your cat?
I'm just saying, it's adorable, very cute, affectionate, reliable.
He's got the hot dad body too.
Grinch is gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna smash tonight.
The only thing I wouldn't like though is I'm afraid like the dick isn't skin, that it just feels like you're being fucked by like a Muppet. It's just all fur, like you're
Muppet.
making love. Yeah, like you're making love to a shag carpet. Like,
So far, Grinch has gotten smash every week. So I think Grinch is going to be the Michael Myers of the Christmas edition because Michael Myers, I don't think there was one person when we did the Halloween ones. I think we did it 6 times in Halloween, and not one person said dash to Michael Myers. So
I know, like what the fuck?
Wow.
well,
Yeah,
let me just say, when it comes to the Jim Carrey thing, a woman will fuck an ugly man as long as he's funny.
Oh, then I'm a lock. God, am I going to get some ass?
Sorry.
I think down the
watching, but yeah, I'm going to get
I'm gonna do once we get enough winners, we're gonna do Smash or Dash Showcase of the Champions.
Yeah,
like Myers, like the most desirable,
like
character.
March Madness for non-real people.
Yeah, get like a field of 64 and just here we go.
What about
one of my favorite characters?
What about Slash from Gremlins with his little pistol?
I love him. I would say smash.
Damn.
Okay, that's his first smash.
No, the teeth. The teeth.
See, everybody says the teeth.
You just literally said that
his
you have
teeth.
a thing for ugly men.
His teeth are he has crackhead teeth.
Oogie Boogie's got like worms coming out of his mouth, and you're worried about this dude's teeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Oogie Boogie is soft and flabby, and he doesn't have a lot going on. Like if he wears the sack over his head, he's smashable.
What if he gets veneers? What if he gets veneers? Like just straight up like those horse-looking veneers.
He looks like he's on his way to getting veneers.
Yeah.
Problem is, you can't get them wet. Oh.
You know what? Like, well, the regular gremlins, don't they multiply when they get wet? So you can
we have no kids.
Stand into a gangbang like in a
pop, 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 pop.
Ooh, no, I hate this. It sounds like an STD. I'm not no. Get him off the screen.
What about Jack Frost?
I've seen him fuck in the movie. It's not great.
Yes. And Ashley knows the horror version, which every time I brought this up, no one knew what I was talking about when I said the horror version. I was like, yes, his carrot doubles as a dick. You know, get on with it. Like, you know,
I never
think of Michael Keaton. No.
I know this movie very well, not only because of my horror podcast Quality Time, but I gave my first blowjob to this movie.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that you gave your first blowjob to a snowman, and that's what
or a carrot.
I did call my drug dealer the snowman back in the day. You know what I mean? No, when I was 20, I had my first boyfriend. I hadn't really done anything yet. I was a late bloomer. And he touched my boobs during Thanksgiving the month before. And I was like, I'm getting bored and I'm a virgin and I'm horny. Let's like move this along. And he threw on Jack Frost. And I was like, can I give you a blowjob? And he's like, sure, okay. And the rest is history.
Wow. That's
so we know Ashley's answer. Sidonia, what about you for Jack Frost?
I have to say Dash. I mean, that guy's creepy as fuck. It's like those clowns. It's the same thing.
Yeah. But look at that carrot.
I mean, the only thing appealing about him is his carrot, you know?
Right.
But, it just, everything else is just like, yeah.
It'll give you that vitamin D.
I tell you what, ladies, nobody mentioned that the stop sign is a turnoff. There's no stop. Nobody mentioned the stop sign yet.
Yeah. He's not giving you consent. He's saying stop right now. What about the Grim Reaper from Scrooged?
This guy ultimately gives me the creeps because he's in the elevator and he opens himself up and then out comes like three little heads that are like, you know.
Those could be fun all in the same token. Like, I mean, he could be giving it to you while the other three heads are sucking nipples and like all stuff going on all at the same time. Like, I mean,
all right, smash.
Ash was
yeah. Let's get on these udders, my dude. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm like sitting here, I'm like, you know, that actually might be fun with all that going on, a lot of activity. I would say smash.
Awesome.
We'll tag team him.
He's like a one-man orgy.
Yeah, he got a little mini orgy going on.
Now, what about the cab driver from Scrooge? But now, unfortunately, Bill Murray is not associated with this, but he's looking with that face in the background as the act is happening.
He looks like a watcher.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like, you want to hit it.
Yeah, like the cab driver's pulling up, like, yeah, we're gonna get this going. And I mean, he has like, I mean, his teeth are really what kind of sells it to everybody. Like, you know, like
he's also got a tongue going on. If I see that right,
yes.
Like he looks very inviting. You know, Bill Murray looks like he would be able just to sit in the corner and watch. Maybe he could do like a little cuckold or something.
Yeah. You could probably look Bill Murray in the eyes while the deed happens, and you don't have to the cab driver.
Don't like that.
I think so. I think Sidonia is really putting a great spin on every picture I've seen tonight, and I love it.
She's being really positive, and I'm
So what do you think? Is it smash or is it dash? Ashley's dash. Sidonia, what about you? Your smash?
I'd smash.
Okay. So that's a smash for that. What about Harry and Marv in their current state as a 2-for-1? Basically, they both drill you out at the same time, but in the current state that they're in, and this is, keep in mind, this is after they get the what is it? The staple shot in their balls from pulling the doorknob and, you know, all that other stuff. What do you think?
I personally, not to jump ahead of you, my boo, but I personally am gonna say smash because they're the wet bandits.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
But you know what? You
What?
got to put in a clip where Kevin says, "You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more." Yeah,
there we go.
I'd have to say, for my thing, I'd have to say Dash, only because they're just so dopey. And they just never can do anything right. And so I'd be afraid that it would be like one of those situations. It's like you're in the wrong hole, you know.
I can't. But also, not only were they the wet bandits, but they were also the sticky bandits. So you start off wet, and then you end sticky. So that's the whole thing. And I think that's what Ashley's all about. So Sedonia's like, no, they're too for me to be wet than sticky. And Ashley's like, yeah, sign me up for that. Like I want that all over.
And even better, we can leave kids behind after we're done.
Well, please.
Mr. Freeze.
Oh, smash
forever.
I can't hit a button hard enough. Smash.
Wow, damn.
Oh my gosh. It's like, who's your daddy? What does your daddy do?
Yes.
Yeah!
I also love him in the movie Jingle All the Way, which to me is a Christmas
God,
classic.
Yeah.
The best Christmas movie of all time, in my opinion.
My house with my wife. You think my cookie is
Turbo Man. It's a Turbo Man.
Turbo Man.
Turbo Man.
Turbo time.
Yeah.
My number one customer.
I'm your dad.
Where's your mother? She's across the street petting Ted.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I remember
Anna
that.
Blixen. God, it's so funny.
I love that movie. That's actually one of my favorite Christmas movies, but I would have to say Smash.
Yeah.
It'd be nice and cold, but he has the nice giant diamond for you, all
Well,
that stuff.
also, he's
The diamond
devoted.
go to the chopper.
But also, let's not forget, in this movie, he's devoted because he spends the entire movie trying to save his terminally sick wife. Oh my God, you have a Turbo Man.
I got a fucking Turbo Man.
No
I wanted
way!
Booster.
You have a Turbo Man?
I've got a Turbo Man.
I originally was going to do him in the Turbo Man costume for this contest, and I saw him as Mr. Freeze, and I was like, I'll save that for another year, because there's so many ways that we can do this every year with so many characters for Halloween and Christmas, and I'm like, there's a lot that I have on reserve. So Turbo Man will be coming to a happy hour podcast.
Oh, what about the dad from A Christmas Story?
Yeah, definitely. That Rage? Oh my
God. What about the Jack Frost?
I have a weird fetish. I would totally fuck Martin Short.
Weird Martin Short gets a lot of play in this category, Ray. I'm telling you.
I don't know why. He's weird. He's tiny, but God love him. I would absolutely let him just rub that schnauzer through my clit. Like he's adorable in a weird way. He makes me just a teensy bit uncomfortable, but I like that about him. I think he's a gentleman.
I would say Smash. I mean, I just remember him doing a skit with he had like a hair sticking up in the back
from SNL.
And he was dancing around.
And
I must say, really swell. I must say. And he was obsessed. He was obsessed with Pat Sajak.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I really like getting smashed, I must say, with his his hair's got a boner. That's how aroused
he would creep, and his high water pants were pulled up to his chest. And he's like, right, yeah. I like a sensitive man.
All right, so smash on both sides. So all right, so actually Jack Frost too. There's two Jack Frost in this. He's performing pretty well in this as well. What about Yukon Cornelius?
Fuck. Yes, I would smash.
This can also be a giant.
I love bearded men.
Yep, I would smash.
Hi, my name is Jeff. I like long walks and
hi Jeff.
Yukon Cornelius.
And also, he when the deed's done, he will sleep like that because he's the only human being that I ever said was like, let's get some shut eye, and then just right out, like snoring. Like that's my favorite part of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is let's get some shut eye, and then he's like and for like 5 seconds, I'm like, fuck, I couldn't even do that on like the worst binger I've ever had in my life, like pass out like that. Like, how does this man do this? And of course, he's number 11, so we're getting ready to go into number 12, which is the 12th smash or dash of Christmas, which is
Oh,
This guy from Scrooged, which is Christmas Future.
Nope.
So.
Nope. I don't know what my future holds, but definitely not that guy's balls.
yeah.
I'm good.
What if all of him is like that, but he has like the most beautiful package you've ever seen in your
Oh
life?
my God, that would be hilarious. It looks like his face is going to fall off. Like he's going to crumble. Like you touch him and he's like,
it kind of does, doesn't it? In that scene, doesn't his jaw fall off or something?
I feel terrible saying this, but he does look like Jim Jones if we dug him back up after he killed all those people in his cult.
Oh man.
Okay. He's got a little William Forsythe in him. Wasn't that
I could see that.
Yeah, I could see that. I might smash him right now.
So that is our 12 smash or dashes of Christmas. So that is not a segment we do every episode because that is only on reserve for special occasions or Halloween, Christmas, and I may very well do one for Valentine's Day also, which may be a combined Valentine's Day massacre all in one smash.
Oh,
that'll
my
be
bloody Valentine.
Yeah. So that'll be kind of fun. So Sidonia, with the dancing and of course with the adult film stuff, have you had any instances where you showed up on set or you showed up to a club and you literally stopped dead in your tracks and you're like, is this really where I'm going to be working tonight? Like, I mean, because I've had that in my wrestling career. I'm sure Ashley has had that at comedy venues to where we've showed up and we're like, wait, are you serious? This is where we're going to perform. Like, am I going to be murdered while I'm here? Like, I don't know. Have you had any of that yourself?
I've had certain instances to where it's like, I started off my night and I was like, why am I here? You know? And then there's other times to where it's like, I've gone out there and it's been just massive crowds to where I can hardly even get to where I need to go. And I'm like, am I be okay? And I used to have dreams where I was like, think that somebody was going to drug me and pull me out, you know, kind of thing. I would be scared of that. And I'm like, stop it. Never going to happen, you know? But, yeah, I mean, crazy. I mean, one instant that I had, I'll just share this because it's such a ding dong thing that I did. So I was noticing somebody had Four Locos on their site or something, and I was looking you guys up. And I did a Four Loco before going on stage. I drank a whole can of that.
Oh man. Damn.
Yeah, and never again. That's the only one I've ever had in my life, and it's the last one I'll ever have because I don't know what I did. I must have went,
Four Loco is the only time in my life I've ever seen the devil. Like
he's in every can.
I didn't
believe it. I didn't believe it till I had one, and I was like, "It's a blackout in a can," you know.
Oh yeah, Four Loco is what nobody tells you. It was originally one of the 12 nights of Christmas. It was Four Loco, 5 nights in jail.
And
that makes a lot of sense. It's like it is a blackout in a can.
Oof, yeah, it's not good.
And we have a question on the live stream from Duke Kovac, and Duke asks, "Does Sidonia have any good behind-the-scenes story with any male talent, especially the steamy ones?"
Oh, I like steamy.
Which ones are steamy?
I guess they're all kind of steamy.
They're all kind of steaming. Gosh, it's like, oh, well, you know, what was it there? When I did my scene for Perk City and Ramon, I kind of get into my little routine thing while I'm there, and he was like, I couldn't get away. He was like, everywhere I went, he was there. I was like, whoa! I'm like the Spanish, you know, just blah 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 blah. Blah. I'm like, oh. I mean, he was going at 1,000, and I was like, I'm gonna get there. I'm like, I just had my routine to get there, so I'm like, whoa. So
that's all.
I was going to say the steamy one was the one that involved the Grinch, Jim Carrey's version.
Yes. Steamy.
So other than that, are there any other like kind of backstage stories where like things went like belly up, or like, you know, you were just kind of like, oh, I don't know, I think we may continue this scene somewhere else when we're done.
You know, I've never had a scene where things went belly up and stuff, and like you didn't, at least have some kind of connection with the performer. But like my last scene I did for Brazzers with Alex Jones, and like I got some extra practice on that set.
Whoa.
I'm like, why not?
Shout out.
I'm here.
Am I completely like Delulu off in another planet, or did you say Alex Jones?
Well, we're not talking about the.
That's why I asked. Okay,
yeah.
That's why I asked. It took me a hot second, and I went.
She's like, wait a minute.
I think that's what everybody first goes to, and then they go, oh, and then you realize, oh, it's the Brazzers contract star Alex Jones.
I wanted to know if he was like, call me a dirty liberal, and I was like, oh, this just got,
oh my god,
that would be
I think. I don't know. I think you'd be yelling the whole entire time.
Yeah, I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. Yeah, it's a great line from him.
I will eat Skittles out of your asshole, but then yet I'm gonna go to work tomorrow and put a ban on porn.
Oh, he's gonna call you a communist.
Oh my god.
Wow.
He's like, it's our orgasm. Man, that really, I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting here thinking, oh, do I need another glass of wine?
Let's make anal great again.
Oh, I love that.
I'm getting that on the hat.
Oh my god. Instead of asking for change, we just want to switch. I love this. I was having a moment where I was like, do I need to pee? Do I need another glass of wine? And then as I'm in this mental stupor for a second, I hear Alex Jones and I go, okay, Sedona, let's talk. Like,
on this show, I just pee my pants because I don't want to miss a second. So I just piss myself. If I walk away, I'm going to miss
Alex Jones on a porn set.
Yeah, Jeff, when you say things like that, it makes me go look in the mirror and I go, I can't believe no one wants to marry me.
I would. If I wasn't thinking, I'd totally marry you. You kidding?
I don't know. I love you, Jeff, but I don't want to marry you based on what you just told me. You're like, I put in my pants. What's the big deal?
Well, we could take turns doing laundry. On the nights I piss my pants, I'll do the laundry.
By the way, Jeff, Walter Novak totally wants your wife in the thread. Like he keeps on asking her if she has Twitter. So yeah, so I think Walter Novak wants your wife.
Jeff, I think you are single again. All right, cool.
Walter will leave a 20 on the bureau, and I'll be at Ashley's house.
20? God 20. Damn, that's hurt.
I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
Yeah, dude. Damn. 20? A 20? Tell me that's the tip.
No, he uses his tip. He doesn't need to leave a tip. He's using his tip. My wife's gonna fucking murder me.
Yeah,
anyway,
so Sedona, you said you have kids. So have you gone to any Christmas parades or anything like that? Do you normally go to Christmas parades with the kids and do all that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's this we're trying to, we haven't done it yet, but there's a big parade that they have where it's like fake snow and stuff. And then my son wants to go ice skating. So I want to definitely take him ice skating. I don't know if my 5-year-old will be able to, but yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, I like getting out and then seeing like the Christmas lights and different things, and all the activities that they have. And unfortunately, we were invited to a Christmas party, but unfortunately there were no kids allowed. And
well,
yeah, I don't know. I love always having my kids with me.
Yeah.
Now, if you go to the parade and there's like, let's say there's a Christmas train and it has Santa on it, like kind of like the Polar Express.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, Jeff, I had the same thought. I was like, what's a Christmas train?
And it's for the kids.
Just
make sure that the train is not being operated by someone high on meth. So what we're going to do, we're going to get into our drunken news stories. So this one is, and this happened in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Before we do that, I just got to ask real quick. Sidonia, when you go to your kids' events, you notice an unusual amount of dads there suddenly, like every dad is dad of the year and you want to pile and be part of the events?
Yeah.
The dad pushes themselves in front of the child. They're just like, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he pushes his wife down. He's like, I'm a single dad.
Picture time, get out of the way, kids. Daddy's going in first.
BRB, I'm getting more wine.
I do notice that. And the weirdest thing I had happen in the grocery store was
grocery store shit.
What was that? But anyways, they just I got like this creepy stare down in the grocery store, and I was like, what was that about? You know, it was weird. But
they're sitting there holding a grapefruit in their hand, like just like, can I help you? And they're just frozen in like, and they're gripping it so hard that this thing's like bleeding grapefruit juice everywhere. Or what? That's what is that? What it is? The little purple like emoji. What is that? That's grapefruit.
Eggplant.
Right?
Eggplant.
Eggplant.
Oh,
eggplant.
God damn it! I'm such an idiot. No, eggplant.
Grapefruit's good too, because it could be like.
Yeah,
like
the grapefruit turned purple from grabbing it for so hard it turned into a eggplant.
Wow.
That made me sense.
I might faint, but yeah, it made sense.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get into our drunken news article, which is man driving Santa's train for kids is charged with a DUI in Tennessee. This happened in Knoxville. A man accused of operating a motorized train for children went under the influence during a Christmas event in Tennessee and was arrested over the weekend. Police say that Henry Mead, 40 years old, was operating Santa's train at the town's Christmas tractor parade, which is driving a motorized lawnmower, which he was using to pull carts full of children and their families. On Saturday evening, visitors said that they saw Moore acting erratically. Local police officers soon were alerted of the man's behavior. Now, I wonder what acting erratically is. Like, I wonder if, like, he's wearing, like, a Grinch costume, but he doesn't have, like, the green legs of it. Like, he's just wearing nothing at all but, like, the Grinch top. Like, it says officers said that Mead was unsteady on his feet. A field sobriety test determined that he was under the influence, according to an arrest narrative. Mead was taken into custody and found with a syringe, meth, and several other narcotics.
What?
Person. Oh man,
I quit, bro.
Could you imagine, I quit. Like being so high on meth that, like, I wonder if he legitimately thought he was driving Santa's train. Like that's the thing. Like he believes that he's like Donner or Blitzen or some shit like that.
He's blitzing, all right.
Yeah. He's blitzed out of his mind. He's whack driving this train. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. So is that something like, so how would you act if you're on a train and this man's just driving all over the fucking place? Like, I mean, it's like a defense mechanism, just and to pull my tits out and pray for the best. Like, I mean, like it, like there is a man operating this. If I do this normally, like if that's me, like I kind of calm down, whatever it is, because oh hey, look, there's tits right there. And it's like, you know, it could be mid-argument. I've had that happen at strip clubs where like I'm like kind of jaw jacking with someone, and then like a dancer goes by and I'm like, oh hey, look, there's tits right. Like so like what would your like mindset be if you're at something like that and someone's just driving erratically all over the fucking place?
And I'm with my kids.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm with my kids and somebody's acting erratic like that, I will literally jump in the front of that, kick his ass out, and drive the train myself.
Yeah, that is the best possible answer we could ask for.
I mean, it's like Mama Bear coming out. It's like I got to protect my little cubs. So that's exactly what I would do. I'm like,
so are your kids? Did your kids ask for anything? Are your kids around? Did they ask for anything specific for Christmas?
Yeah.
What was there anything that like they asked for Christmas and you looked and you're like, I have no idea what this is. Like, I don't know how to find this because I have no idea what the fuck this is.
Most of like my two younger ones, I'm like, I knew exactly what they want, you know, but it's my my daughter, she's 17, and she asked some of the weirdest stuff on there, and I'm like, what? Because she's into so many different things and she's so creative. And I looked at her list and she gave it to me. I was like, there's a few things on here I don't know, you know. what are you asking me for, you know? But you know, that's just her.
You have a daughter that's
expected it from her.
You have a 17-year-old daughter?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, applause for whatever it's worth from this crazy guy. But yeah, applause. Wow.
My oldest is 23.
Wow.
17 and an 8 and a 5. And for some reason I thought I'd do it all over again, and that was the crazy part.
They're spaced out pretty good. Like I mean, I'm 38 and my sister, let's see, we're 11 years apart. So I'm 38 and she's 27. So I thought that was but of course I come from a family where my grandmother, she had 10 kids, and some of them are like 15, almost 18 years older than what some of the other ones are, like in the line for the family. So I mean that it's out there. It happens, like with spacing them out like that and all that stuff. So Daniel, what we're gonna do is real quick, we're gonna take a quick break. We're going to play some of our friends, some of our sponsors, a couple of ads and all that stuff. Probably about a 4-minute or so break. So if you want to hop up, use the bathroom, grab something to drink. For those of you watching at home, we're going to take a quick break right here on YouTube Live. And of course, we're also here on Roku TV and Fire TV through PodNation TV. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back in about 4 minutes or so. Jeff Perini, Ashley Pontius, of course, myself, I'm Ray, and the very lovely Sidonia Rain. We will be back in about 4 minutes right here live on the Happy Hour podcast.
I'm Adeline Starr, and you are watching the Happy Hour podcast.
Mommy, where are we gonna sit?
Well, Daddy booked the rental car. Let's ask him. Hun?
It'll work.
Hey!
What did I say?
What did you say, Dad?
Let's just check Discover Cars.
Get more for your money with discovercars.com and save up to 70% on car rentals.
Derek Sharp, the owner of Curtain Jerker Designs, who does an amazing job. I'm blown away every single time, and his speed that he has getting everything back to us is immaculate.
Hit up Derek with Curtain Jerker Designs.
Look no further than Curtain Jerker Designs. Make sure you hit up Derek.
Derek Sharp, man. Hey, just want to say thank you for the posters, all the hard work you put into, man. We really appreciate you, man.
A shout out to Derek Sharp from Curtain Jerker Designs. Yo, dude. Just want to say, this poster, off the hook.
Hey, what's up, players? This is Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and I want to give a big shout out to my man Derek over there with Curtain Jerkers Designs.
If you are looking for the best graphics, the best designs, look up Curtain Jerker. I did.
Curtain Jerker Designs. That's who I use for any of my graphic designs, and you should too.
Thanks, Curtain Jerker Designs. Big old shout out to Curtain Jerker Designs. You see that? You see that beauty? That's all you, Curtain Jerker.
Hello, wrestling promoters. The Big Val Boski wants to give you a big tip. If you're looking for a graphic designer to do your next events, promotional posters, hit up Derek at Curtain Jerker Designs.
a lifelong wrestling fan, as we all are. I went through the part with the reffing, and I got to a part where I did ring announcing. I did everything there was to do. I had a match. But because I have that background, that's where I stepped in and said, hey, like, I do flyers. Let me help you guys out.
Hello, I'm Dennis with Checker Spot Brewing Company. We're located at 1421 Ridley Street in Baltimore, right in the shadows of M&T Bank Stadium. Open 7 days a week with locally crafted beer.
Hey everybody, it's Wendy Rain and you are watching the Happy Hour Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Happy Hour Podcast. Of course, we're live here on YouTube Live. And also for those of you watching us on Roku and the Fire TV, welcome back to the show. Of course, shout out to Derek Sharp. He's the man behind our amazing guest graphics. If you've seen anything advertising-wise for Sedona, that was the artwork we used, was through Derek Sharp. So shout out to him and Curtain Jerker Designs. We're getting ready to get into our game segment. So we play a series of games with our guest Sedona. But before we do, I'm going to get into our featured beer, which is the last week that we're having this. And of course, North Coast Brewing Old Rasputin Russian, Old Rasputin Russian Imperial Stout. So you want to bomb the Ukraine after drinking this beer? No, you do not. But no, it's a nice dark stout. So make sure you go out, give it a try. And then my least favorite part of the show is our featured shot. This is Jeff's favorite part, is Bacardi Gold. So for those of you Bacardi drinkers, do not drink Bacardi raw. Like Bacardi is amazing, but make sure you mix it. It mixes well with other things. Me being the idiot that I am, I always do the shots pure and straight down. So
oh God,
go ahead and do this. Pour it over the laptop as always, and pray to God nothing goes wrong.
This is the worst part because I know the feeling you're about to go through.
Oh yeah, and look at this shot glass tonight too. Like that's so it's a little bit bigger than normal. So it's like Grinch penis size, like shot glass. Oh God, Jesus Christ. So shout out to Bacardi Gold. As I said, make sure you drink it with Coke, Pepsi, whatever else you want to drink it with. Don't drink it raw because it will raw dog the shit out of your throat. And
grain alcohol, whatever.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get into our game segment. So Sedona, we're gonna start off with extreme personal questions. So what extreme personal questions is you have two questions. And there are two random questions, question A and question B. You don't know which one you're going to get until you select A or B. So what do you think is a lucky letter for you? Letter A or letter B?
I'm going to choose B.
B. Okay, so B. What do you hope people will say about you at your retirement party?
God, what I want people to say about me at my retirement party is that she was lit, crazy, and she lived her life to the fullest. I mean, it's honestly what I want people to say. I don't want people to go, oh my God, she was a grumpy old bitch and we didn't want to hear her stories anymore, but I want them to go, were her stories true? They are. Oh my God,
And of course, shout out to Eric Clark. Eric Clark coming in. He said, "Happy holidays, everybody!" And he said he loves you, Sedona. So shout out, Eric. Thank you for joining us in the live stream. So now, question A: you get the opportunity of choosing any one of the three of us to answer random question A. Myself, Ashley, or Jeff. Who do you want to choose to answer question A?
Let me choose Jeff.
Okay, Jeff. What are the oddest noises you have caught yourself making in bed?
Wow. Jeez. I mean, besides a lot of thank yous and some crying, a lot of crying. Believe it. I do tend to get religious. I'm not a religious person. I get religious in bed. Oh God.
Oh God, please don't let her stick that where I think she's going to.
Oh God, don't let her look at my face. That's all. Oh God, stick that where. Oh man, I've been there too. I do a lot of thanking and whimper. I whimper a lot because to me it's just the greatest thing on earth to even be lucky enough for some poor soul. I love my wife, but for some poor soul to want to have sex with this, like you're losing.
Yeah, yeah. Like, why are you doing this to yourself? Like, I
Right,
think
why?
Yeah, I think that all the time with my wife. I'm like, why are you doing this to yourself? Like, I mean, like, they're like, why?
I can say as a woman, I also have asked the question, why, Ashley? Why are you doing this?
Right.
Why?
You're so not telling your friends tomorrow.
No. They're like, Ashley, what'd you do last night? And I'm like, I read a book, a hearty book of 500 pages.
Hardy, there you go. That's well played. A lot of whimpering, a lot of overthinking. I thank for the sleigh. I thank for like a 3-minute. Like, God, I was so good. And I'm not. It's 3 minutes long. My wife is barely. My wife's not even in bed yet, and I'm already like 3 minutes, and I'm done. And so, apologies is also a sound you'll hear. Thank you.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get into Never Have I Ever. So
Yes.
it is 3 random cards randomly drawn out of the deck. If you've done it, raise your hand or take a drink. If you want to give an explanation, you can. If not, we will not hate you for it. So the first one is, never have I ever had a one-night stand and started Facebook stalking them the next day.
Oh my God.
What?
I thought he gave me the clap. I wouldn't have done it otherwise. Thought he gave me an STD.
So Jeff, why did you Facebook stalk a one-night stand?
Because you want to talk about noises. Oh, this chick was really, really fucking noisy in a good way. Like when we were fucking, so my wife's gonna murder me. We were fucking, and she's like, like the dog in the cartoon, like, I'm like, huh? She's like, I'll put it in my mouth. I'm like, all right, so I put it in her mouth.
Wait, did she really do that?
Yes,
like, that's one of the most amazing things I've ever heard. That she's like,
Dude, it was so great. Like I didn't think I deserved it. Like it was like I was like, oh wow, this is a heaven. And she's like, I'm like begging for it, and I'm like, holy fuck. So yeah, that was like, and of course, right after she lived 4 hours away. She drove 4 hours to get. You know what I'm saying? That girl's life must suck ass. But yeah, I had the Facebook stalk right away. I'm like, I need to see more of this young lady.
I need to know more. I need
to know more.
So here's the next one. Never have I ever played with someone else's sex toy. Never have I ever played with somebody else's sex toy.
Oh, played? I thought you said laid with. Played with somebody else? Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so nobody. So there is a website out there that resells used sex toys. We talked about that on here one day.
I've never done used, but I have had sex toy parties where we play with the models.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty common. I wouldn't imagine that you would just go to your friend's house and be like, oh, hey, look.
I can't
have this, dude.
I swear I heard a story of one of my friends in the military when they were deployed, that like a whole unit of dudes got an STD because they were all sharing the same pocket pussy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
To get an STD from a pocket pussy, that's
so embarrassing.
No, that's a one-man operation, dude. Just use once. That's it.
Here's what it tells you. A, one of them is dirty. 2, they're sharing a sex toy. And 3, they're not washing it in between.
Oh my God. That's like a condom. Used once, gone. Oh.
Basically, the guy before him lubricated it with his semen. That's you don't even need to use lubrication. It's just, oh man, like I don't even need to lubricate this. Like this is already nice and moist.
God, this is nice
Oh
and wet.
God.
Men are gross. Okay, I said it. Okay, good.
All right, so here's the third one, and this is the first time in this show's history that I've never had a never have I ever where I've not taken a drink or raised my hand. So the last one is never have I ever done more than 3 different drugs in one night.
I guess I haven't.
I don't think I have. I don't think I'm the one that likes to stick to the same alcohol because I've had too many hangovers.
I'm pretty sure Ray and I know someone who has, though.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I know who.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Molly, shrooms, and DMT.
Jesus Christ.
That's
Oh
that's
my
a very TS sounding thing. I'm not gonna
Correct.
say,
You would be correct. I'm fairly certain that's who it was. And I think that was the order of events
I'm
because
not
I was sitting next to them trying to trip for the first time. And all of a sudden, their head just came through the side of my camping chair. And they're like, "You want to see the face of God?" And I was like, "No, no, I don't. No, I don't. Please.
Oh my
Oh my God. I think somebody peed and it
He's
wasn't
just
me."
crying. No, I don't want to. And I mean, I never had because I just did my first edible for the first time ever in my life, like 3 weeks
was
ago.
it?
Like my
Yeah, we
wife's
had that
been,
talk.
it was just a little gummy or whatever and
Did you
all that.
like
Like, it was okay. I mean, I like my wife was like, "How do you feel?" I'm like, "What do you like? What do you want me to tell you that I want to get outside and just start making a garden of ladders? Like I don't know what
Please.
Yeah, I'm
like
not
I'm
a
just gonna
fan.
plant ladders in the ground and water them and care for them because I'm that high. Like I mean,
I did get me some uh roomies. Call them rooms.
The roomie?
Rooms. I did
Oh,
get some
rooms. Oh, okay.
rooms. Yeah. I got
Room.
some rooms for myself for Christmas. That's my Christmas gift to myself. I'm like, I'm gonna get really
You totally bitch talked me too when I said roomies.
yeah, I'm like rooms that come in
Dick.
liquid form.
and
Listen,
Sidonia,
dickhead.
how good are you with sounding things out? Because our next game is one of our most famous games. It is Incoherent. So Incoherent, what we do is every year we invite back 30 former guests, and I'm not sure how familiar you are with pro wrestling, but we do something called the HHPod Rumble, which is themed after the Royal Rumble in WWE, and it's 30 guests. It's elimination style playing this game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a series of cards on the screen. They're going to be scrambled, lettered, and drunken lingo. You need to sound them out and see if you can figure out what they say. And one of two things is going to happen. You're going to get them immediately, or your brain is instantly going to shut down. Card. So that's always normally the way that works. So let me just go ahead and get these up here. And you can also have Jeff and Ashley help you if need be. So let me just go ahead and get these up here. What do you think this card says?
Shikarama. Did I say it right? Shikarama?
Well, it's kind of like you need to so if you were drunk and you were saying this, what do you think the card? So basically Shikarama. So what?
Oh, I think I know what it is.
Yeah, you need to try. I always say try to say it fast but with a southern accent, and you'll kind of hear yourself say what it is, and you'll figure it out.
The right man might think you're one of these.
Oh my God.
Does that sound right, Ray?
Yeah, one of the hints is a generous woman.
Mama car. I'm like, there's something I can't see right now.
Another hint is Jeff needs one bad.
So Sidonia, do you want to pass it to Ashley or Jeff?
I'll pass it to Ashley.
Okay.
What do you think it is?
Pretty sure it's Sugar Mama.
It is Sugar Mama.
Mama. Okay.
So here's so that's the
Sugar
Mama. Sugar.
Yeah, I'm like Shikarama.
I can't be yours, but the desire is there.
Email to the Yosho at gmail.com.
What do you think this one says?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
And cough me do tub head. Oof. I'm like.
You kind of said it without. Yeah.
I kind of said
now
it.
at the HHPod Rumble, imagine trying to answer these in 30 seconds or 50.
Oh Jesus, it was rough.
Oh my God.
And the winner gets, I send them out a custom championship belt. Actually, Jeff, you guys have seen custom championship belt for the winner of it normally.
If you're a Stephen King fan, there's an entire book/movie where this scenario happens.
You may have had this done to you in the industry at some point. I'm not sure.
I really don't know what this is.
One of the hints is tied up. It's kind of the same thing as being tied up.
I'm just like, I'm too sober right now.
I'm not, and I nailed this.
Do you want to pass this to Ashley or Jeff?
I'm like,
yeah, I told you one or two things. You're either gonna Get it like that, or your brain's gonna shut down instantly. That's the way this game works.
Yeah, it's either or, and it's like usually because I love these like where they do like the mixture of words and whether you can read them or not, and I usually can, but this time I'm just like deer in the headlights, going, "What am I reading?" And I'm actually reading the real words, and I'm just not getting it, But
all right, Ashley, Jeff, what do you guys think?
We'll let Jeff do this one.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Jeff, do this one.
And I want to beg both Sedonia and Ashley to do it at the same time if you can, but handcuff me to the bed.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Handcuff me to the bed. Oh, my
Both
God.
of you. Ray, you're not allowed to be there. No offense.
Well, guess what? It's going to take at least a day for me to shit out that key.
So here's the last one. Sedonia, let's see. Can you go 1 for 3? Let's see. What do you think this one is?
Fucking machine. Fucking machine.
Oh, what was it?
Fucking machine. It's a fucking machine.
Yeah, fucking machine.
Yeah, she's getting better at it. There you go.
All right.
I got my drunk goggles on now.
So that is Incoherent. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get in. And of course, this is our Ode to Humanity segment. So we end this segment with Cards Against Humanity. Have you ever played Cards Against Humanity?
No, I have not.
Okay, you're in for a treat. It's a very vulgar game. So normally the way it works is you draw a face card, and then everybody else draws 7 cards, and they're very fucked up bio cards. And you need to best answer that card best way possible. Now, we obviously can't have 7 cards in front of you on here. So we do it roulette style. So I will read off the face card, and then you'll get a number between 1 and 6 or 1 and 8 as a lucky number. If you don't like your answer, you get the rebuttal and choose another card if you don't like that. So let's see. What is the first? We'll do that one second. So here's the first one. So the first one is, my plan for world domination begins with blank. So give me a lucky number between 1 and 6 to randomly answer that card.
5.
5. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So my plan for world domination begins with crying into the pages of Sylvia Plath.
Jesus.
Well,
so keep that. You can hold with that, or you can use one of your 2 rebuttals and choose another number.
And what number? Like, can I choose another one?
Yeah.
Okay. One and any number between 1 and
5.
1 and 5. I'll pick 3.
3. All right. As I said, this can be a fucked up game. My plan for world domination begins with repression.
Fine, repression.
So,
adds up.
Yeah. So are you good with repression, or do you want to use your last rebuttal and choose a different card?
No, I'll use repression.
Okay, so you'll stick with repression. Okay.
All right.
So there's that one. So now we have another one. So this one has 2 answers. So now you get to choose somebody to partner with. You can either partner with Jeff or you can partner with Ashley, and you'll each get to choose a number.
Okay, I'll partner with Ashley.
Okay.
Ooh, girls' night. Okay.
This next one is, my mom freaked out when she looked at my browser history and found blank.com/blank. So we have 8 cards. Sedonia, choose a number between 1 and 8.
I'll choose 7.
7. So 7. And Ashley, what about you?
Let's do 6.
6. All right.
I'm down for some 6. Oh.
My mom freaked out when she looked at my browser history and found jeffgoldblum.com/a mating display.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So Jurassic Park?
Yeah. Do both of you want to hold with those cards, or do either one of you want to choose a different number and use a rebuttal?
I'm happy, but
I'm happy.
Yeah, let me just say, Sedona, let's do a film together. We'll call it Jurassic Pork.
Jurassic Mork and Mindy.
And I'm gonna be like,
dinosaur volunteer.
And I'm gonna be like, come, finds a way.
I'll be Godzilla.
Oh,
it could be the giantess porn. She can be destroying the city while.
Okay, and I'll be King Dong.
King Dong.
So we're going to do, there's a new game that we added a couple of weeks ago. Jeff has been a part of this. Ashley, you have not. It is a segment that we call Words, Words, Words. So what I'm going to do is we're each going to select a word or a term, and I'm going to do two things with it. I'm going to drop it into Google, drop each one into Google, and see what we get in the Google search results. And I'm also going to drop it into an AI and see what it generates. So Sedona. Yeah.
Okay.
Sedona. So what I need you to do is give me a random word or term. It can be anything.
I'm going to give you one that I just learned today. And I learned this from my 8-year-old. Palindrome.
Palindrome?
Oh.
Palindrome. All right. So palindrome. All right. So palindrome. All right. So we got palindrome. Ashley, word or term?
We'll do word. And let's do arson.
All right. Palindrome, arson.
Arson.
I
All right,
love
Jack.
fire.
Give me a word or a term.
After getting in that, I know it's like kind of like a lame thing to kind of bring it out, but let's go pre-cum. See what happens.
All right.
I'm excited by the fire.
And I am going, so let's see, palindrome, arson, pre-cum. I am going to go with neck. All right. So palindrome, arson, pre-cum, and neck.
Already felt the
cum into Google. So Google search results, Columbia University. Is this pre-cum or something else? Is this normal? Pre-cum and pregnant, anyone? What is pre-cum, pregnancy, and STI risk? So, okay, so nothing too crazy from that. So now I'm going to highlight this. So let me highlight that. And now I'm going to go over to the AI thing. And I'm going to drop all of these into the AI, and I'm going to see what it generates in the AI thing. So while that is duplicating, we're going to, so Sedona, of course, Jason asked earlier, and I know the answer to this. Jason, I don't know why you asked. He asked if anybody has their Christmas tree up. Jason, next Sunday is Christmas Eve. I would hope everybody has their Christmas tree up. So Sedona, with you with the Christmas tree, are you a colors or white light type person?
My Christmas tree does both.
Okay.
And so I do like color lights. I just like the color. And then I'm able to, go, well, I want white and down today, So I get to have both. I like them both. So it's very hard
on my side. That's always been a battle with me and my wife. She likes white lights. I like color lights. And we just recently inherited a tree from her uncle that does both. Like we can have both white and color on at the same time. So we leave it like that as a happy medium. So let's see what this generated. Okay, so I put in palindrome, and so I put all those words in palindrome, arson, pre-cum, and neck into an AI generator. And these are some of the images that it came up with. So that's one.
Oh no.
No.
What?
It's got pre-cum on his neck.
And then there's just a flame. And then there's whatever's going on with this.
Reflux, acid reflux. Oh my god!
And
or
then
hot cum.
Whatever's going on here.
He looks like he's got pre-cum in his eyes.
Like there's words on their face. Like I wonder if they try to put a palindrome word on like their face while they were generating.
Maybe.
This. Like that's. And then there's this which has that's like some sort of weird like three-hole like it looks like she got 3 tracheotomies back to back. Like I don't know what that is.
There's an urge to stick a dick in
Lord. What is that? Like her hands are melting into her eyes. Like that's just pure horror. Like so I should do like smash or dash the AI edition and like from this.
That's
like and be like
pretty smart.
Yeah. Be like, hey, this person melting their hands and their eyeballs. Would you smash or would you dash? Like that's
another worse than a big
flame fire.
Love fire.
Oh God, Jesus. So, all right. What about this? Would you smash or? I know Ashley has low standards. So, what about what about train track neck right here? Would you smash or dash train track neck right here?
I would totally dash. That guy's creepy.
Ashley, what about you? Would you like to have this thing mounting you and looking down upon you?
Oh, no. What is wrong with no?
He looks like a Hellraiser character a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do love Hellraiser. I do feel like
that's got a Hellraiser drawing going on.
Yeah, I have a lot of. I look like Butterball, but yeah, I mean it's.
And then Sedona, we're going to do one more thing, and then we're going to go ahead and let you get out of here. So what we've been doing, we found a list that had 800 terms for the penis. So
I gotta get
we're going to get into more of those. We're starting with the letter E tonight.
Okay.
So we're gonna round off probably about like 5 or 6 of them. And you let me know if you've ever ran into someone who's considered their dick as one of these names. So the first one is Excalibur. Have you ever ran into someone who considered their dick the famous sword known as Excalibur?
You know, it's funny. No, I haven't, but I had that because I had this conversation with my husband in the car, and I was like, you know, we're naming, you know, dicks from E, F, and G, and I said Excalibur. He goes, "Who names their dick that?"
Me from now on. That's
that is
great.
amazing. So now the name of this episode is Excalibur. Episode Excalibur.
Holy shit, I love it.
So there was only one for E, which is surprisingly. There's only one for E. We had a bunch for D. So the next one is fire hose. I'm pretty sure fire hose is probably quite common. Like, I'm going to hose you down with my fire hose, baby. Like,
I actually have heard that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I have heard that one in the strip club, and I was like, that was creative.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You've worked in a strip club, so you've probably heard all kinds of awful things people like me would say to strippers when
I'm so saying Excalibur now because nobody else said it. I'm saying Excalibur. I'm going to the next spot you're at, and I'm saying Excalibur.
You just yell Excalibur.
Well, you know, one for E that you forgot was eggplant.
Oh yeah, eggplant.
Right, nobody said
we were
eggplant.
talking about that just a little while ago. Yeah, eggplant is a good one. That's the emoji, for Christ's sake. So the next one after that is Franks and Beans. Franks and Beans. It should be Frank and Beans, not Franks and Beans. Like Franks makes it sound like you have like 3 dicks just flapping and like 2 balls.
I wish.
Frank and Beans would make more sense.
Wait, it should be like Frank and Weenie.
Yeah, yeah, Frank and Weenie.
Is that the little dog, you know, in that movie? Frank and Weenie, come here.
And then after that is Gerald. I guess someone named their dick Gerald. Like, I don't know. Like,
Gerald.
Yeah. Would you like to see Gerald?
Like the name Gerald?
Is that short for geriatrics?
Oh.
Now I'm talking about my penis.
And then there's Gherkin. So, of course, Gherkin. Like that Gherkin pickle. So Gherkin, I feel like that would be kind of more of a comment. Like something someone's heard before.
Yeah.
And
like
then
pickle.
Yeah, and then there's Giggly. So Giggly, Giggly. So I don't know if this guy has had his dick laughed at a half dozen times or whatever, but yeah, Giggly is one. And then there's Goldfinger. The Goldfinger. Gonna hit you with my Goldfinger. And then the last one that we're doing is Groin. So Groin, of course, everybody knows Groin. And then we will get into H, our next episode on next Friday. So Sedona, thank you so much for coming onto the show. We're going to let you get out of here. We're probably going to hang out here probably for like another like 15, 20 minutes or so. We're going to let you go ahead and get out of here. Where can everybody find you? Of course, don't give out your home address. I always advise that.
Damn, why do you say that? I'm getting ready with the pen to get the home address.
He's off.
Yeah. She's like,
let me write that down, you know. You got these people. I'm ready. No, you can find me. I'm on I have an X account, and that's Sedona at Sedona Rain. And then I also have an Instagram, and that's at the Sedona Rain. I also have my website, which is sedonarain.com. And then through there you can find my other, you know, links to my other sites, you know, like OnlyFans and, you know, different things that I have. So all that's kind of linked.
I've never heard of this OnlyFans thing.
Yeah, just like, is this a new thing?
Is this
I've
just
never heard of
out? OnlyFans. So it's only for your fans?
They're only for my fans.
And Sedona, before we let you go, real quick, would you be able to do a plug for us?
Yeah.
Awesome. So whenever you're ready, just say, hey, this is Sedona Rain, and you're watching the Happy Hour podcast.
Okay. Hi, this is Sedona Rain, and you're watching the Happy Hour podcast. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you very, very much, Sedona. Thank you for coming on to our absolute off the rails wherever we end up show. So that I think I told you a little bit before you came on. I just called on the fly. That's the way it is. I have very few notes, and we just kind of roll with the punches and get into fun stuff and all that stuff. So
I think that's the best way that it goes too, just to kind of let it free flow instead of, kind of have a plan and then you just kind of go off that. So it's really cool.
I mean, you plus you guys do so many other shows that are like ours, and I'm sure you get so many of the same questions. I'm just kind of like, hey, you know what? We're gonna come on, we're gonna do all these gimmicks, and we're gonna see what happens when we do all these gimmicks. And those lead into other questions that you would probably never ever expect to be asked or anything like that, down the line. But yeah, Sedona, thank you for joining us on the show. I'll be in contact. I'd love to send our guests a merch item. So be in touch. I'll send you out some merch and all that stuff.
I would really love that. And I had a great time. I'm like, it was a great show. I mean, it was a lot of fun, which, sometimes like shows, you can kind of ramble on about certain things. And this one, it was creative and fun throughout the entire show. So
wow.
I had a blast.
Yeah. Anytime you ever want to come back, even if it's just hanging out, that's one thing I always say, like it's either me and Jeff, me and Ashley. You never know. You're going to get me every week. You never know who my co-hosts are going to be. If you ever want to come over and guest co-host, let me know. You're always welcome. Come over, hang out, whatever. But let me know. But we're going to go ahead and let you get out of here, Sedona. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoy. We will be in touch. This feed, once it ends on YouTube, it will stay there. And then this content will also be uploaded onto Roku and Fire TV starting tomorrow. So it'll be playing on all that, and we'll be sharing it around and all that stuff, probably for like the next week or so for Roku.
That's pretty awesome. No, that's great. I had a great time. I'm like, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm like fighting a cold and the never-ending cold. It's like, can it just go away? But
your nails kick ass, though. Your nails are awesome. Your nails are they're great.
Also, before you go to, I noticed Erica saying you have 2 Saint Bernards.
Yes, I do. I have
awesome.
I have a male and female Saint Bernard, and we'll probably have puppies coming again.
Really?
But I love my Saint Bernards.
Yeah.
I mean, I just gave it to my daughter, but Elf on the Shelf now has a Saint Bernard.
Really?
And I'm like, yeah, I had to buy it because and it comes with a book and everything. And I'm like, anything Saint Bernard I usually collect, and then eventually I want to get for both my dogs the barrels and the bells.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
That's awesome. Now, if you get on the barrels, are they going to be barrels where it can carry stuff around? Like he can sit there, and it should be like a detachable barrel. Like it should be.
Well, it's an actual barrel that you can fill with beer.
Oh,
yes.
Yes, he just comes over. You just unhook it from his little collar, and you just that thing.
You can either do beer or whiskey or whatever you want to put in, but it's an actual barrel that you can put that in. And I think it's a cool thing. And then they have one that has for Christmas is the bells and stuff. So I'm like,
I like beer.
Yeah, I'm a huge dog guy. I had to ask that because I saw the Saint Bernards. What are their names, by the way? Please tell me one of them is Beethoven. Please.
No, not one of them is Beethoven, but Duke was actually a rescue, so we ended up rescuing him. So I kept his name Duke, even though I kind of wanted to name him Luke.
They kind of say to keep their name when you rescue them, keep their name. I've been told that.
Yeah. So I kept his name. Duke, and then the female, her name is Lily. So. And we call her Wee Wee. And they're gigantic. I mean, I'm so used to having big dogs. Before I had the Saint Bernards, we had Alaskan Malamutes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I didn't want to go through training another Alaskan Malamute because if you don't know them, they can be a pain. But they're fun dogs. But Saint Bernards have been just a joy. I mean, they're so easy. They're lovable. I mean, I couldn't ask for any better dogs. I mean, I'm in love with them. So
awesome. And Sedona, we're going to let you go ahead and get out of here. Once again, thank you for joining us on the Happy Hour podcast. We would love to have you back in the future. So we'll be in contact with Erica, and we'll get you back sometime down the line in the future.
Sounds great. I look forward to it.
All right, cool. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Merry Christmas. And thank you for having me.
Anytime.
Merry Christmas.
All right, guys. So we're going to hang out just a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to get into, we had 2 left. Jeff, I think you've been here with me for all the ones we've done so far, is the creepiest characters from Christmas. So creepiest characters. So we need to do 6 and 7, which there are 7 of them. So the 6th one is La Befana. La Befana. And it says, La Befana, despite the classic long hook nose, warty skin, and soot-covered appearance, La Befana is Italy's much-beloved witch who flies on her broom on Epiphany Eve, the night of January 5th, slipping candy into the stockings of good children and leaving coal or sticks or a stick to the naughty ones. According to the legend, when the wise men were on their journey to find baby Jesus, they invited this industrious old woman to join their team. She declined because she felt she had too much house cleaning to do, yet shortly regretted her decision and set off to find them, visiting children along the way. Like St. Nicholas, it's common to leave treats out for La Befana, although she prefers cookies and a small glass of wine.
What a smart bitch.
So she's January 6th Eve.
Yes, yeah, which is weird. Like, so let's see. So
how do the Republicans feel about her?
Wow. Is there a picture
La
of this?
Befana. So let's see if we can find some photos. Oh
Please.
God. You know what? I've seen like dolls of this before. Like they show a couple of dolls. So I've seen a La Befana doll before. So this is La Befana. This one's obviously the most terrifying of all of them, which is that one right there, which looks like the traditional witch. But I'm pretty sure I've seen this before. So I've seen
Oh yeah,
somewhere before. So that is La Befana, and that's
the one in the top row. The third one over looks like that George Costanza's mom doll.
That one.
I can see that a little bit.
Yeah,
that's right.
This one looks like it's something out of what the hell is that character's name in Minions? Oh, the guy who looks over the Minions or whatever. It has eyes like that.
Not Groot or Groot.
No,
Gru.
no. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Gru.
Steve Carell.
Yeah, Michael Scott.
Yeah, Gru.
Yeah, okay. So it has eyes of Gru, but I also feel like that she's like pretending that she has a penis. Like she's really holding a broom. But I feel like that, like she's really just holding her long, thin cock. Like,
well, it's you gotta make. Yeah, I'm glad there's a differential between La Befana and La Llorona because one of them drowns children. So.
It's also my Sharona.
Maybe if they don't leave her wine, then she drowns them. That's the way it is. It's just like, okay, you're now being drowned because
that's funny because I know parents that shouldn't have wine because they will drown their children. Hey guys, don't shake.
I don't think I've ever heard stories of that happening before.
Really?
I mean, I'm here for a couple of hours if you want to keep.
You gotta Google. There was that lady. I'm gonna bum everybody out. Enjoy. There was that lady a few years back that drowned all of her kids in a bathtub.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. I heard about that, but I thought you were gonna also bring up Casey Anthony of some reason. Which I don't know if you're here, but there was an episode where I was just kind of like, I remember that Vivid Pictures had offered Casey Anthony money to do a porn. I was very upset about it because I was like, I would have just loved to watch her just get demolished.
Yeah,
by like 3 large black men in like a porn movie or something like that.
I'm so angry because she's so hot, but such a deranged asshole.
Hot is a strong word.
Yeah, I mean, it just proves that if you're hot, you can get out of anything. Like she got out of killing her daughter. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
but you still couldn't get out of motherhood. Truly, I mean, it did wreck that body, and then she wrecked that body.
I'm all about wrecking bodies. God, Ashley,
yeah, so
Ashley, you're like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, taking it dark tonight. I'm dealing with a work.
No, I'm like talking. I'm thinking. Never mind. Right next.
Ashley, we never ever take it dark on this show. That's
I just noticed your name is Coochie Carnage 69.
Speaking of dark, Jodi Arias's asshole.
Wow.
You ever see pictures of her butthole? She killed somebody.
Who?
Jodi Arias.
Who the hell was that?
Oh, she was Mormon and killed her partner.
Was he the dude with the prosthetic legs? Is that her?
No, he's a murderer.
Yes,
and that's Pistorius. God, all these people with their dumb fucking names.
Right. If you're killing somebody, your name's fucked up. So go back
Arius, Pistorius.
Go back to Jodi Arias because I forgot who she.
Yeah, she was Mormon. I think she converted for this dude.
What's her name again?
Jodi, Jodi. I want to say.
Yeah, I think so.
And then Arius. I don't remember.
Jodi Arias. All right.
Yeah, she murdered her. I don't know if he was technically still a boyfriend, like when she did it, but like she was bitter and then she murdered him brutally. And there were pictures of her butthole.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
God, if you murder me, don't show your butthole.
This is Jodi.
I know, right?
Yeah, she's kind of hot.
Yeah, but the glass she purposefully wore the glasses to look like homely, comely, but really, you're with the blonde hair, and then you're like, okay.
I guess that's the guy that
she killed. Yes, the guy
like they're taking this photo, and she's imagining drowning him in this. And
I can't wait to kill you.
She's like, if he doesn't marry me, I'm gonna kill him and pretend to kill myself. That's ladies. That is a #1 rule. Is you're like, oh my God, I'm so distraught, I'll kill myself. You're not gonna kill yourself.
No, don't kill yourself. Like over guys like me, like look at this.
But just convince him you're sad.
One thing I can say is that I never have to fear my wife killing me because we're both the type that like we will kill ourselves before we kill each other. Like, and I mean that's the thing. And Ashley, like we come from the most depressed generation on the face of the planet, to where it's just kind of like if they were to say tomorrow there's a meteor coming towards Earth, I'm just going and I'm just laying in the street outside my house and be like, just let it come, just let it take me.
Oh, definitely let it come.
$30 on cheese at the store, I'm satisfied with that. Just let it just wipe us all out.
My only thing that bothers me is I live with a level of certainty that I'm going to hell and it's fine. But like, I don't want to see people that I know, not because I don't want them to go to hell. I just don't want to see them again.
See, I don't worry about that because this is a hot take and a lot of people will probably hate me for this. But the older I get, the less I believe. Like the older I get, the less I believe that there's a man in the sky that rules everything, that we have no physical evidence of. We have more evidence of dinosaurs.
I'll say it now. God is a terrorist.
Wow. All I know is
allowing all this to happen. Like if you ever watched George Carlin,
I am tanking your podcast. God is a terrorist. God's not real. If he's real, he's out to get us.
In the afterlife, I want to be wherever the fuck Ashley is. I do in the afterlife. I mean, in the now life and then in the afterlife.
Jeff, you are
I'll be your bitch.
Sweet.
I'll be your
Jeff,
bitch.
you are too sweet, but I am like shoving you into heaven. I'm like, no, you can.
No, I want to be your bitch.
He was such a nice guy.
That's the thing. Ashley dies, and like the bus pulls up from hell, and the doors open, and I'm behind the wheel, and I'm like, "Come, my child."
Yeah, I'm like, take him.
We're going for a wild ride.
So I'm get on the bus.
I'll be like, Jeff, your wife, she's there. Go to her. And you're like, no, you were my true love in life. And I'm like, no.
Pretty sure I can afterlife bang Ashley something nasty.
She's waiting for you. Is there an HR department in hell? Because I'd like to make a complaint. Someone take it. Like
somebody sexually harassed me in the afterlife. Wow, imagine that.
I'm like, is there something after this? Because I can't do an eternity with people still in my demonic DMs. I can't. So imagine being a demon and you're just chilling. So glad you're fucking not a living human being. And then some motherfucker conjures you up out of a Ouija board. And it's like, hey, Ashley, what you doing? What that ass do? I'm like, I'm dead. Leave me alone.
The Ouija dick pics, he actually spells out the word dick in a Ouija pic.
No, it's just the letters WYD question mark.
A Ouija.
And oh my God, what if you got left on red?
Ouija board, right?
Message received, but it's like, no.
So we now need to get into our 7th and final creepiest character from Christmas. Now that we have completely derailed, which is a common event with this show, us completely derailing. So the last one is Hans Trap. Hans Trap. Hanstrapp. Hans Trap.
Hans Trap sounds like a Friday night, bro.
Yes. And it says originating in the Ascalon-Lorraine region of France, close to the German border, Hans Trapp was the antithesis to modern day Santa. According to the legend, Trapp was a cruel and greedy man who was excommunicated by the Catholic Church for being in cahoots with the devil. And because of his misdeeds, he was ultimately ostracized from the town. He fled to the hills, living as a hermit, but returned during these dark days of the year to punish disobedient children. Often depicted dressed as a scarecrow, he carries a sack to whisk away misbehaving rascals. For now, we can take comfort in our character of Santa Claus, knowing that even with his new cohort Elf on the Shelf to help determine who's naughty and who's nice, nothing will scare children into good behavior as well as these ancient holiday characters. So, let's see. So, Hans Trap. So, the image on this initially is just kind of creepy itself. So, and then we'll look up Hans Trap. So, that image right there of him coming through the window. I don't know what's going on with this woman with the cake on her head. Like, that's clearly like a birthday that she has lit on her head.
That's a birthday cake.
I don't know if they're more scared of this man coming through the window or if they're scared of this lady with the bell with the cake on her head.
I got a picture of it. Oh my God, yeah, it is. It's a birthday cake.
Why does he look like he's in blackface?
Hans Trap. So let's see. Hans Trap. So Hans Trap. Let me move this little thing that shows you guys out of the way. So Hans Trap. So let's see. Hans Trap. So, that's definitely like the scarecrow type look with that. Like, there's a lot of like weird pictures, right? Like going on here. Like when this was small, it looked like I thought somebody was slapping somebody else. It was like, is there a fight happening? Oh God. Like
One picture looks like Bigfoot. Like, what is that?
Hans Trap. Like, I don't know. I think Hans Trap might be like the scariest out of all the ones. What the hell's going on right there? Like, that looks like
balls.
You know what Sleepy Hollow vibes.
Yeah, like it does have very much Sleepy
The
Hollow.
one, like the eighth picture down right now, looks like a homeless dude.
Yeah.
Picture down. So right there.
I too am afraid. I too am afraid of
Yeah, that was a photo of another one. Like, where you remember Jeff? I forgot. We've had that picture before.
Yes, we did.
Else.
Yes.
So now they're lying. Now they're fucking with us. They're saying this guy is all these different mythical characters.
That's some homeless dude at the Wawa.
So
I am afraid of the homeless. They are tricky bastards.
yeah. And I love that Ashley considered them the way I do, and that's the homeless.
The homeless.
They are the homeless.
Get thee to a shower because you smell like ass.
homeless around Philly are very upfront. They tell you what they want. They want money. They don't give a shit if you know what they're using it for. You're like, hey, you're gonna buy drugs. You're like, well, yeah. You got
not Baltimore. Baltimore's like, oh, I just want to squeegee your car.
No, I had a guy outside 7-Eleven last week, and I went there. He's like, hey, you got any extra change? And I was like, man, I don't carry cash. And he's like, well, I eat. And I was like, I just kind of looked at him like,
wow.
Well, I mean, I eat too. Like, I don't know what.
I don't get what I eat.
Yeah, like I eat. Like,
but you know what's funny? I've purchased food for people before, being like, hey, I don't have like cash on me, but I'll buy.
And they don't take it, do they?
No, they'll be like, oh, that's not what I want. And I'm like, beggars can't be choosers.
Right.
Also, I've had a homeless person be like, I got Venmo.
Yeah. And then Ashley
like,
just like rage kills this homeless person in an alley and like just stabs them 30 seconds.
Yeah, I take a shit right on their sleeping bag. I'm like, get a job. And I was kidding. I would though if I.
That's a podcast right there.
Away. So I'm one thing away. I'm about to find my 13th reason.
With that being said, we're going to bring this episode to a close. So, of course, we're going to be back here again on YouTube Live next Friday. We're going to be back here next Friday. It is going to be our Christmas special. Make sure you go out and get one of our vintage neon Christmas light shirts. You can also get a long sleeve hoodie, whatever. Make sure you go over to the website, pick one up, because I don't make any money off this. I want to make. Oh, by the way, thank you to the ones who donated money tonight through our supers for YouTube. I know the one question that came through. I forgot what the name of who sent it through. Let me.
You told me. Hang on, I'll find it for you.
So let's see who it was. It was okay. It was Duke. Thank you to Duke. Paying it. It said, I guess it was in Russian money, or I don't know what it was, but it said 125. I thought he paid $125 at first, but I think it was like $1.25 our money.
It was rubles.
Yeah. I was like, what is this? So, but
now
no,
you must kill this man for me to get your.
I'm still figuring out how to cash out the money. I think you have to get $100 on YouTube before it even cashes out.
Yeah.
So, but that puts me at about $6.75 on YouTube. That I have $6.75. That is. So, but no, thank you for that. Of course, we're going to be back here again live again next Friday. For those of you watching us on Roku and Fire TV, our next episode will be our 200th episode. So episode 200, and it will be myself, and I'm not sure who else is going to be joining me. I'll announce it later on during the week, but Leilani Lee will be our featured guest. She will be here with us for episode 200. I would say that we will be doing a recap, but you can just go back and watch the other 199 episodes and get yourself a little bit of a recap with that, because we've talked about so much fucked up things that it's just hard to recap. And I have post-concussion syndrome of some kind, so I don't remember half the shit we've talked about. So, but we have that. And then the following Wednesday, the one and only Natasha Nice will be joining us.
Yes! So Charles, I can't be there.
She will be episode 201. It will be her third appearance. She has a bunch of award show coming up that she's nominated for. So she actually reached out to me and was like, hey, can I come back on the show? I'm like, yeah, hey, we'd always love to have you. She's one of our biggest draws on this show. So, she will be here joining us. And then, we'll just be doing the damn thing. And then we're already announcing our January guests. So make sure you stay in tune for that. I think today we just announced Avery Jane. Avery Jane will be joining us sometime in January. And of course, Jeff. Before we go, Jeff, what all you got coming up? I know you just had Janine Jericho and JC Clark from our friends over at Light Divided on your show. What all you got coming up, man?
We're going with a lot of music this upcoming week. Tuesday, the red hot metal band 6th Century. And then Wednesday, local band Novocaine on the program. And then we're going to take some time off for Christmas.
Okay. That works. Ashley, what you got coming up? What's going on with Quality Time, and what all you got going on with comedy?
Let's see. So we have an episode for Quality Time dropping tomorrow or like midnight tonight. So Mondays, there's always a new episode available on like everything. So Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, all the good ones. We did a movie this week, was Jeremy's pick. It's called The Bride, starring Sting and Jennifer Beals. So that's
Jennifer Beals.
It's interesting. It's not a great movie, but we talk shit about it. And then I'll be in Finksburg, Maryland, performing December 30th. People can find that on my socials at Ashley Pontius Laughs.
Okay. And Ashley's suggestion for Quality Time podcast. And I think Jeff was here this episode. We talked about it. You guys, if you haven't done it already, you need to do One-Eyed Monster, which is the horror movie featuring Ron Jeremy, where his dick detaches itself from him and it goes on a killing spree.
God.
Amazing. So you guys need to do One-Eyed Monster.
I just want my One-Eyed Monster to kill some pussy and some mouth. Like, ew.
So what we're going to do, that's going to conclude our episode this week for the Happy Hour podcast. Ashley, Jeff, as always, thank you guys. And if I do not see you guys on Friday, have a wonderful holiday. Have a wonderful Christmas. If I do, I'll wish you a wonderful holiday and wonderful Christmas again next week. So
thanks, brother.
Going to conclude our episode here on the Happy Hour podcast. Thank you for everybody who tuned in. Make sure you click the subscribe button at the bottom for YouTube. And if you are watching us on Roku and Fire TV, make sure you download the PodNation TV channel, and all of our content is there. You can watch us from the privacy of your own home, take your pants off, and have yourself a good old time.
The way Jeff watches it.
Yeah, you can try that. I don't know. There's moments I don't know if you could get hard, but okay.
Any episode with Ashley is the pant dropper.
Oh, stop it. It's because you pooped yourself and you got to clean them real quick.
Definitely. Definitely.
So once again, guys, thank you. And we will see you guys next time right here on the Happy Hour podcast.